on the mute mode. Okay, let's begin. First, you are supposed to build a language out of it, right? So the question says construct a DFA that accepts all the strings starting with ABB over the alphabets A and B. So we have two symbols in our alphabet set, that is AB, right? Out of which we are supposed to construct a string construct a language that constructs which contains the strings starting with ABB. So as I told you in the last session, we are supposed to start with the smallest string possible over this. So the smallest string possible, I can say ABB, right? We can find so many strings starting with ABB over the alphabets A and B. So I'm expecting the answers in the chat box since this is very interactive. So can you please tell me what will our language will contain? Okay. Yes, I'm getting few answers. ABB, ABB, ABB. Yes. Okay. So I'm getting quite answers. So check here. When I say my language will contain ABB, ABBA, ABBB, in beginning, I need ABB and you can concatenate any combination of AB after this. Okay? So this is my language. Now to construct a DFA, you all are aware with the notations. I repeat once again, the initial symbol will be your circle and the arrow pointing inwards to it. Intermediate states will be your circles and the final state will be your concentric. My voice is not clear. Is there any problem with my voice? Everyone? Am I audible clearly to everyone?
There is surround sound, environment sound.
Is it okay now?
Yeah, for some time. Let's see.
Okay, let's begin then the construction. So I'm starting with the constructing a machine that will be able to accept the smallest string possible, that is ABB. So I'll start with the initial state. So my initial state here I have taken as Q0. So this is the symbol for your initial state. Though those who were absent in last session, please be concentrate here. So Q0 in the circle and the arrow pointing inside, that is your initial state. I'm starting with my initial state, that is Q0. So first I'm trying to send the first symbol, that is A. So after A, once we are at Q0 and I'm trying to supply A. So next state, which will be my Q1, because am I supposed to accept two more symbols? Okay. So once I'm at Q1, now I'm trying to send B. So another state I'm moving, that is Q2. And on Q2, once I'm throwing B again, I'm reaching to the final state, that is Q3. Now this particular DFA is capable of accepting a string, that is ABB. But this is not complete. As I said, since this is a deterministic machine, so you have to be sure that your machine will respond on any possible input, right? Your Q0 is responding on A, your Q1 is responding on B, Q2 is responding on B. But what about B on Q0, A on Q1, A on Q2, and A and B on Q3? So we are trying to complete your machine now. So this is clear. This much is clear, guys. Okay, now let's try to complete the machine. I'm going to pick one by one state and try to complete my each state in my DFA. Okay, so I'm taking for Q0. Let's take Q0. Q0 on A, we have response that it is moving on Q1. Now for we are supposed to build a response for a symbol B. What if we are supplying B on Q0? Where it will go? Yes? Dead state? Yes. So let's see. Q0 on B, I'm throwing it to another state that is Q4. Now this is a dead state or not, we'll decide it later. But since at the initial state only, I am getting the first symbol as B, which is violating my constraint, that is it should be starting from ABB, right? The first symbol should be A. But now I'm getting first symbol as B at my initial state. So I'm not throwing it to the final state. I'm throwing it to another state that is Q4. Now let's check. What if I'm getting the first A, after A, I'm getting B, so I'm moving to Q2. But what if I'm getting A after A? Yes, any answers? Yes. What if we'll get A on A on Q1? It will go to Q4. Someone has written it will go to Q4. Let's consider the string A, B, B. Will it be accepted? Yes, will it be accepted? A, B, B. Will it be accepted? No, because I need A, B, B in the beginning, right? So after first A, if I'm getting another A, so that is not the required string. So I'm again sending it to the dead state. That is my Q4, right? You can build another state for this, but I'm combining both of these states, that you can build a Q5 for sending A once it reached on Q1. But here I'm sending it to Q4 only because anyway that is a dead state, right? This much is clear? Yes? Okay, so Q1 is completed. Let's check for Q2. On Q2, if we are getting B, it is moving to the final state, that is Q3. What if I'm getting A on Q2? Someone has written no. Is it not clear? Okay, what is not clear? The Q1 part? Explain again for Q4. Okay, let's check. This much is clear, right? Here I'm trying to accept the smallest string possible, which will be accepted by your DFA, right? That is ABB. Now I'm trying to complete each state in my DFA, which we have constructed. Q0 on A, it will move on Q1. What if we are getting B at the beginning? Okay, the string is not valid because the beginning should be ABB. It should start with ABB, right? But if we are getting a string that will start with B, so I don't need such strings for my this DFA, right? So I'm going to throw those strings which will start with B directly to the dead state. So here, check here. If on Q0 we are getting B, I'm throwing it to another state, that is Q4. That is my dead state. Okay. Now check for Q1. Q0 A, we have moved to Q1. Q1 on B, we'll move further towards the final state. But what if after getting one A, we are getting another A? That string will not be accepted, right? Because I need ABB. Now I'm shifting to AA. That is not accepted. So again, I'm throwing it to a dead state. Check here. Q1 on A, again on dead state, because we are getting the string that will start with AA. But I don't need that. Okay, now it is clear. Okay, let's move further. Check on Q2. Q2 on B, we are moving to the final state. We have already achieved AB. Now we are moving to the final symbol, that is B. AB has achieved. Now I need B. Then only I can move it to the final state. If not, what we can do, if after getting AB, again I am getting A, then where will go? Yes. Can I say again a dead state? Because now my string is trying to start with A, B, A, which is again not a valid string, right? So A, B, A, if we are getting this, so again I am putting that particular symbol to the dead state. Clear this much? Okay. Is my DFA completed? Is it complete? Please check. We don't have any response for Q3, either on A or B, or for same for Q4. We don't have any response for A or B. So we are supposed to complete both of them. Now check here. Q0 on A, Q1, Q1 on B, Q2, Q2 on B, Q3, which means we have already achieved the required part, that is A, B, B. After that, kuch bhi aaya, we are not concerned, right? So I'm going to put anything after this ABB in Q3 only, right? Because my constraint that is starting should be ABB, that has been achieved. So can I say, can I put a loop on Q3, either on A or B, it will remain in final state only? Check here. Yes? Here. Now what about Q4? What about Q4? Once we are in dead state, then you are supposed to be in the dead state. Why we are in dead state? Because the constraint is not getting satisfied. My string is not getting started with A, B, B. So hence I am in Q4. Now I am in Q4, that is my dead state. Once I am in my dead state, I should not move further any state, right? So I'm going to put loop to Q4. Either A or B will come. I'm going to remain in Q4 only. Clear, guys? Yes? Okay. So this is the complete DFA which will accept all the strings starting with A, B, B. Let's take an example. Let's say this is my example. This is my DFA and I'm trying to accept a string that is ABB, ABB. Will it be accepted? Will it be accepted? Is it starting from ABB, right? This will be accepted. So I need a transition diagram for this string. I'll give you a few seconds. I need a transition how my string is going to be accepted. Yes, we'll start with Q0. On A, it will move to Q1. On B, it will move to Q2. On B, it will move to Q3. Again, we are getting A. Since we have loop on Q3, either on A or B, it will be in Q3 only. So I got this answer Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q3, Q3. Check here. Are we getting this transition? Yes, any doubt in this? So any doubt in this? Okay. So I can say my string ABB will be accepted because we are starting from Q0 and the final state Q3. That is the last state in my transition. So I can say this string will be accepted. Clear? Okay. Let's try to accept this one. AB, AB, AB. I don't get the whole diagram part. Who is this, ma'am? I don't get the whole diagram part. Okay, those who are done, please try to accept this string. Not accepted, right? I need a transition for that. Q0, Q1, Q4, and it will remain in Q4 forever because that is a dead state, right? Check here. This is a transition. Clear this much? Okay. Let's move ahead. Okay. Now, when we were doing the definition for the deterministic finite automata, that is DFA, few of you were not clear about the 5 tuples. So we have already constructed the DFAs. Now I will compare the constructed DFA with these 5 tuples. Okay. I'm taking the first example, this one, where we have taken a string that will start with letter A, right? Symbol A. So this we have constructed as a first example. Now I'll try to fit this particular DFA into a definition. Now check here. We have 5 tuples in DFA. Few of you were not very much clear about what these 5 tuples are. Now Q. First one is Q. That is a set of all states present in DFA. Okay. Am I audible clearly? Okay. Okay, let's start. So this is our first example. We have constructed a DFA that will accept all the strings starting with letter A or a symbol A. Now let's try to fit in. Just a moment. Screen has not been shared. My screen is visible to all of you, right? Okay. See, my Q is nothing but the set of all states available in my DFA. So here we have how many states? We have 3 states, that is Q0, Q1, and Q2. So Q, capital Q, that is a set of all states, will contain 3 states, that is Q0, Q1, and Q2. Check here. No, I'm so sorry. Q is non-empty finite set of all states. So here my Q will contain Q0, Q1, and Q2. Is it? Now next one is we have sigma. Sigma, we can see we have only 2 symbols here, that is A and B. So my sigma will consist of, just okay, let's move to the Q0. That is Q0 is my initial state. So initial state, we have only one. That set of initial state, it should be non-empty and it can contain only single element because we can have only single starting point for my DFA, right? Here that is Q0. So Q0 in your definition will contain only single state, that is Q0. Now it has to be non-empty because for any DFA I need at least initial state, right? And it can contain only one single initial state, that is Q0. You can give any name as I said you. So let's move ahead. So Q0 will contain a single state, that is Q0. Sigma, that is a non-empty set of input symbols. Now you can see we have only two input symbols, that is A and B, right? So in sigma, can I say we have two symbols, that is a set of A and B. Next we have final state. Set F is nothing but a set of final states. Now here we have a single final state, that is Q1, right? So your F will contains only one element, that is Q1, but you can have more than one elements in F. Okay. So F can be less than equals to 0, and it's not necessary that your machine will, every time your machine will have a final state. So your F, your cardinality of F, which means the number of elements in the set F can be less than or equals to 0, or it cannot be more than the total number of states in your machine. Okay. So this particular condition for F you have to keep in mind, that is cardinality of F is less than equals to 0 and greater than equals to less than equals 0 is less than equals to cardinality of F and less than equals to cardinality of Q. Okay. And now the transition part. Check here. Set of transition. Now this delta was not clear to you or most of you in the last session. So transition, now transition is nothing but how your state is going to respond on a particular input, where my Q1 will go once it is getting A. So in the diagram, we can say Q1 on A, it is moving to Q1, Q0 on A, it is moving to Q1, and Q0 on B, it is moving to Q2. So that is nothing but a transition function for this particular DFA. So I'm going to represent that transition function as a table. Now, can we fill this table? Yes. Q0 on A, it will move to, yes, I'm expecting the answers. Q0 on A, it will move to Q1, correct. Q0 on B, it will move to Q0 on B will move to Q2. Q1 on A, Q1 on A, Q1 on A, Q1 only, Q1 on B, Q1, Q2 on A, Q1, Q2, and Q2 on B, Q2. Check. Check. This is the final transition table. We can say that is nothing but check. We have delta, which is Q cross sigma cross Q. So we are checking on a particular input where my current state is going. So that is nothing but your delta. That is your transition function. Now this part is clear to. Yes, Nivedita, you were having doubt in the last session on this delta. Is it clear to everyone now? 5 tuples of DFA. Clear? Capital Q. Finite set of all the states present in my DFA. Sigma set of inputs. Delta is transition function. Q naught is your initial state, and F, capital F, that is the set of final states. Okay. So I hope the definition is clear now. Okay, let's move ahead. Okay, let's move ahead. Now we have successfully constructed a DFA which will be able to accept the strings with a particular starting pattern. Right now, I have divided your DFA constructions into few parts. That is starting pattern, ending pattern, in between, that is nothing but your substring. So starting is clear to you, right? We have started with A, B, and 3 strings also. So check, now we are trying to construct a DFA that will be able to accept all the strings ending with BB over the same set of inputs, that is AB. Now, first of all, I need a language for that. Yes, please try to construct a language. Yes, can I say my language will have BB? Can we have BB also ending with BB? Yes, I got few answers. That is ABB, ABBB. Yes, the smallest string can be considered as BB, ending with BB. Check the language. Okay. Okay. Can we see the screen now? Let's try to construct a DFA in which we have ending string and string ending with BB. Okay. So again, the same pattern. First, I am trying to construct a language, that is BB, ABB, triple B, ABBB, and so on. We can have all the strings in which we have ending symbol as BB. So same methodology, we'll try to construct a DFA that is capable of accepting the smallest string, that is BB in this case. So I'm starting with my initial state, that is Q0. Q0 on B, I'm moving to Q1. Q1 on another B, I'm moving to my final state because this is a smallest string BB, right? We are trying to achieve, we are trying to construct a DFA that will be capable of accepting a string that is BB. Okay. So this is the DFA is capable of accepting the string that is BB. Now I'll try to complete this part. Now that is Q0 on A. What if we are getting A on Q0 at the initial state? If I'm getting Q0 at Q0, I'm getting A. What will happen? Yes, any answers? Yes, dead state. I'm so sorry. I don't- Okay, let's check Q0 on A. Okay, this is my language. We have already constructed this part. That is the DFA, which is capable of accepting strings ending with pattern BB. Right? So now try to complete this part. So we have Q0 on B, it is moving to Q1. What if we are getting A on Q0? Where it will go? Few of you have replied as dead state. But we are trying to construct a DFA with the ending pattern, right? So if at the initial state we are getting A, but after A we can get BB, na? So that string will be accepted, right? So I can't send it to a dead state once we are getting A at the initial state. So what can where can I send it? Yes. Any answers? Can I send it to Q0 only? Like on Q0, if we are getting A, I'm not going to move further because we are trying to achieve attending pattern that is BB. So at the beginning, कुछ भी आया तो it will remain in initial state only. Yes. Let's move ahead. Q0 on A, it will be in the initial state. Q0 on B, we are moving to the Q1. Q1 on B, we are reaching to the final state. But what if after getting 1B, we are getting A? Yes. Any answers? It will go to Q0. Yes, Q0. Because now again I have to check for the full pattern that is ending with BB. I got B, but now I'm getting A. But I need a string that will end with BB. So again I need to check for two Bs, right? So I'm going to send it to Q0. From Q0 again we'll check for two Bs. Check here. Yes, Q0 on A, I'm sending it to Q0 because again I need to check for two Bs now, right? Now let's try, let's go for Q2, Q2 on A. Now we have got two Bs in the beginning, right? Now I need a string that will end with BB. Now after achieving two Bs, I'm getting another A. Where am I going to send it? Q0, right? Because after getting BB, we are getting A. Again, we need to check for the pattern BB. So I'm going to send it to Q0 again. What if we are getting B at Q2? Q2 only, right? We can have three Bs, no? B, B, B. That will be accepted. So I'm going to put a loop on Q2 if we are getting B as an input. Check here. Now this TFA is complete. Any doubt in this ending pattern? Anything? I need you to observe one thing here. We don't have dead state in the ending pattern because till the end we are not sure what another symbol is going to come. So we cannot send it to a dead state anyway. Clear? So dead state was there in the beginning pattern, but at the ending pattern we don't have dead state concept. Clear? Okay. Now check for this particular string, I need a transition. So I want you to run your DFA for ABB, ABP. Will it be accepted? It's ending with BB, so it will be accepted. Give me the transition. I'm expecting the transition. Okay. Check here. On Q0, if we have A as an input, it will move to Q0 only because we have loop for A. So Q0 on A, Q0. Next symbol is B. Q0 on B is moving to Q1. Q1 on Q1 on B, it is moving to Q2. Now again we have A. So Q2 on A, it is moving to Q0. Q0 on B, it is moving to Q1. Q1 on B, it is moving to Q2, right? So check here, my transition is start from the initial state that is Q0 and it is ending at my final state that is Q2, right? So can I say this string will be accepted? According to the rule of DFA, all these strings will be accepted if we are starting from the initial state and we are reaching at the final state, right? So this string will be accepted. Now next example, take for this AB, AB, AB. Now this string is not ending with BB, right? So this will not be accepted. Check in the transition diagram. Try to run this string in your DFA. Why second last B isn't here? Will it be accepted by Q2? I'm not getting what I'm trying to ask. You can unmute yourself and ask.
हेलो मैम।
Yes.
मैम पहले वाले एग्जांपल में जो वो सेकंड लास्ट बी था वो Q2 पे जाने मतलब Q2 पे क्यों गया, वो Q1 पे क्यों गया? Q2 पे भी रह सकता था ना, क्योंकि बी तो एक्सेप्टेड है ना, वैसे भी दो बी लास्ट में आ रहे हैं, तो Q1 में फिर से क्यों गया वो?
Where are you trying to ask? This
हाँ
in
हाँ
transition diagram.
हाँ हाँ
I'll explain. Q0 on A is moving to Q0 क्योंकि loop है, right? उसके बाद we are getting B, so we are moving to Q1. Then we have another B, so it is moving to Q2, right?
यस।
यहाँ पे पूछ रहे हो आप?
नहीं वो सेकंड लास्ट Q1 था ना, मतलब वो क्यों?
Okay, यहाँ तक clear है?
हाँ
Okay. Now Q2, we have another A, so I'm moving to Q0. ठीक है? Can you see the transition? Q2 से Q0 पे जा रहे हैं हम लोग, right?
हाँ
Now I'm at Q0. Q0 से I'm getting B again, so I'm moving to Q1. Next again I'm getting B, so I'm moving to Q2. That is my final state.
ओके
ठीक है? Got it?
यस ओके हाँ यस मैम।
Okay. Okay, I want transition for this one. A B A B A B. Check this one. Q0 on A, we are on Q0 only. Q0 on B, we are moving to Q1. Q1 on A, we are moving to Q0, right? Now again, we are moving to Q1, Q0, Q1. So we are not reaching to the final state, that is Q2. So this string will not be accepted. Clear? Yes? Ending pattern clear? So observation is there that we don't have dead state in the ending pattern. We are not sure till the last that what am I going to get as a symbol, right? So we can't flow any string to the dead state directly without knowing the last state. So we don't have ending, we don't have dead state in this particular pattern. So another example, let's try to construct a DFA that will accept all the strings ending with BAB. So I'll give you a few seconds to try at your notebooks. Then I'll show you what is the DFA. Okay. Can you give me language? BAB should be at the end. So the smallest string is BAB. And you can append anything before BAB. That is a valid string for your DFA. So this is my language. Now, first thing, you need to construct a DFA that will be capable of accepting the smallest string, that is BAB. So we'll start with the initial state, Q0. Q0 on B, I'm moving to an intermediate state, that is Q1. Q1 on A, I'm moving to another state, that is Q2, because 1B is still there, right? So BA is there. Last, we are getting B. So once we got B, after getting BA, I'm throwing it to the final state, that is Q3. Okay, so Q1, Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3 on BAB. Now try to complete this DFA. Yes, Q0 on B, we have transition. Q0 on A. Can anybody suggest? Q0 on A. Q0 only, right? Because we are interested in the ending pattern. So before BAB, कुछ भी आया initial state पे तो I'm going to put in my initial state. So I'm going to put a loop on Q0 for A. Now we got B, the first B. After first B, we are getting A, so I'm moving to the Q2, right? But what if after getting one B, we are getting another B? Then I'm trying to complete this state, that is Q1. Q1 on A, we have transition, it is moving to Q2. What if we will get B on Q1? Q0, if I'll send it to Q0 after getting B, which means I got B, B, then I'm sending it to Q0 for checking for B again, right? Instead of that, can I put a loop? Q1, yes? Okay, so Q1 is completed. So we have B, A now, right? The pattern we have already achieved B, A. For next third symbol, that is B, I'm moving to the final state. But what if we are getting B, A, A? Then where it will move? Q2 on A. Q0. Because my whole pattern has vanished now, I need to check from the beginning again for BAB, right? So I'm sending it to Q0. Clear? After getting BA, if we are getting another A, so I'm sending it to Q0 because I need to check the whole pattern again, that is BAB. Loop wala, which loop? Q1 wala loop? Q0 and Q1 wala loop. Okay. This much is clear? Itna DFA you can make, right? This is a DFA for the shortest string possible, that is BAB. Now we are trying to complete the DFA. Q0 on B, we have transition, that is Q1. But what if we are getting A at the beginning? So we are not concerned about the beginning symbols, right? We need to check for the ending symbols only, that is BAB. So BAB से पहले कुछ भी आया, तो I'm sending it to a Q0 only, that is A ही आ सकता है. We have only two symbols, right? So BAB से पहले कितनी बार भी A आया, it will remain in initial state only, because I am concerned about the ending part, that is BAB. This much is clear. Next, I am moving to Q1. Q1 पे तभी पहुंचेंगे जब भी हम लोग को एक बार B मिल चुका है, and we are trying to achieve a pattern BAB. So एक बार B मिलने के बाद अगर दूसरी बार B आया तो मैंने उसको Q1 पे ही रखा. क्यों? क्योंकि कितनी बार भी B आया उसके बाद I'll check for AB, right? BAB pattern will be there, right? So I'm putting it on Q1 only. Now it is clear. Yes? Okay. Q2 on B, it is moving to the final state. Q2 on A. I'm throwing it to the Q0 because I need to check the whole pattern again, that is BAB. Q3, after achieving the pattern BAB, if we are getting A, then BAB already we have achieved. Now if you are getting A, Q0 or Q2? BAB we have achieved. Now I'm getting another A. So BA is there. Now I need to check for last B only, na? So I'm sending it to Q2. Here BAB we have achieved. Now I'm getting A, right? So last two symbols kya hai uska? That is BA. Now I need to check for the last B, right? So I'm sending it to Q2. That will check for the last B and it send it to the final state. Clear? Now what if we are getting B after achieving the pattern BAB? Now last we have B, but we need to check for AB, right? Check here. I'm sending it to Q1. Once we get B, because I need to check for two symbols, that is AB. So after reaching to the final state, if we are getting B again, so we need to check for AB. So I'm sending it to Q1. That will check for the pattern AB. Clear? Any doubt in this? Clear or not? Okay. Clear. Let's move ahead. Try to accept the string that is BA, BBA. Will it be accepted? Yes, it will be accepted because it is ending with BAB, right? Give me the transition for that. Okay, I'm expecting the transition in the chat box. Q0 on B, it will move to Q1. Q0 on B, Q1, Q1 on A, Q2, Q2 on B, Q3, Q3 on B, Q1, Q1 on A, Q2, and Q2 on B, Q3. So we are starting with the initial state, that is Q0, and we are stopping at my final state, that is Q3. So this string will be accepted. Clear, everyone? Any doubt in this? Any doubt in the transition? Okay, let's move ahead. Now try to accept this string. Try to run this particular string in your DFA. It's not ending with BAB. It should be rejected. Give me the transition for this particular string. Yes, Q0 on B, it will move to Q1. Q1 on A, it will move to Q2. Q2 on B, it will move to Q3. Q3 on A, it will move to Q2. So I'm not getting answers in the chat box. Is it clear to you or not, guys? Can you give me a transition for this particular string? Okay, only single answer. Check here. This is my transition. Q0 on B, it is moving to Q1. Q1 on A, it is moving to Q2. Q2 on B, it is moving to Q3. Q3 on A, it is moving to Q2. Q2 on B, it is moving to Q3. And Q3 on B is moving to S, Q1. So since we are not at the final state at the last, so this string will not be accepted. Clear? Yes? Okay. Let's move ahead. Now, before starting with the substring part, now I have taken 3 examples on the starting pattern and 2 examples on the ending pattern. So we have another pattern, that is we can have a particular string in between that is containing, or you can say a substring. Okay. So before that, I'll give you 5 minutes. Please punch in your PRN, everyone.
हेलो मैम।
Yes.
मैम वो ऑर्गेनाइजर में ही पंच करना है ना?
My chat box.
Organizer or presenter, any.
ओके मैम।
Rohit More, you just entered only for punching the PRN.
Yes, done everyone? Oh, let's move ahead. So we have done with the starting and the ending pattern. Now let's try to construct a DFA that will accept all the strings containing a particular symbols, that is AA in this case. So we are trying to construct a DFA that will accept the strings containing, still people are, should I wait for a few more seconds?
No, you proceed, because what we are observing from today onwards for the attendance, we are getting the time in and time out. So if 75% of the time, if they are attending and they are punching their PRN, their attendance will be counted. Because I could see few of them they left, and few of them they entered only to punch in the PRN. So very first day we have said that the attendance will be counted only if you are present for 75% of the whole time duration in each session. So if it is 60 minutes, minimum 45 minutes your presence should be there in the lecture. If it is not so, even if you punch in the PRN, it will not be counted. And in case if for some reason, for network issues or connectivity problem or power supply problem, we had said that they are supposed to send the mail or on WhatsApp stating the reason. As today in third year, 3 people said that due to the internet connection from Mumbai, they were not able to log in. So we'll be considering their attendance. Same thing is done here. You can proceed, Ina.
Okay. Let's proceed. So here we are trying to construct a DFA that will accept all the strings that will contain AA in between. So we are trying to achieve a DFA. We are trying to achieve these strings, kind of substring. So we have AA here. So language. Similarly, we can have a language. So here the language is. So this is my language. I can have AA, I can have triple A, I can have AAB, AA, BAA. Now here you can see we have a starting pattern as well as ending pattern also. With the substring doesn't mean that you can have that particular string in between only. You can have that string in starting also or ending also, or you can have it in between, right? So anything that will start with AA, end with AA, or we can have AA in between, that will be accepted by this particular DFA. So the smallest string I'm considering here is AA. This is clear? Yes, we can have a string that will start with AA, end with AA, and can have AA in between. So that is the meaning of substring. Okay, that is a part of string. Okay, so here I'm considering AA as the smallest string for this particular language. So same way, we are going to construct a DFA that will accept AA first. So let's check. I'm starting with the initial state, that is Q0. Q0 on A is moving to another state, that is Q1. Q1 on A moving to the final state, that is Q. This is the first step for constructing DFA. We'll try to construct a DFA that will accept a smallest string possible for that particular language. So we have constructed a DFA which will accept a string AA. Now we try to complete this particular DFA, right? So check here. On Q0 for A, we have transition. On Q0 for B, where it will go? Anyone? I'm trying to complete my state Q0. Q0 on A, it is moving to Q1. But what if we are getting B at the initial? Yes? Q0 only? Can I put a loop here? Right? So at the beginning, if B will come, will do, right? I can have AA after that. So it can be at the end, it can be at the beginning, or it can be in the middle, right? So Q0 on B, it will remain in Q0. So now let's try to complete state Q1. Q1 on A, we have transition, that is, it is moving to Q2, that is the final state. But after achieving a single A, suppose we have already achieved single A from Q0 to Q1. Now, after achieving this, we are getting B. Then Q1 on B, what will be the transition? Can anyone suggest? After getting a single A, now you're getting a B. Okay, you have written Q0. Since we are trying to achieve two consecutive A in the pattern, right? So after getting one A, if you're getting B, which means my pattern is vanished. Sorry. So I need to check for two A's again, right? So I'm sending it to Q0 again. So Q0 on A, it is moving to Q1. After that, if you're getting B, so I'm sending it to Q0 again because I need to check for two A's again. The pattern has vanished. Clear? This is clear? Let's proceed further. Now Q0 and Q1, both the states are completed. Now I'm trying to complete my Q2. Q2. Now the pattern has achieved. That is AA has achieved. Uske baad you're getting A or B. Then either you can have A on Q2 or you can have B on Q2. But you have already achieved AA in between. Hence you have reached to the final state, right? So can I put a loop on my final state? Yes, after getting two consecutive A's, I can have anything. I can have A, the third A, or you can have B. So I'm going to put loop on my final state. This is my complete DFA for the substring part. Is it clear? Okay. I hope this is clear. So this DFA is capable of accepting a string that will start with AA, end with AA, or can have AA in between. That is a substring. Loop on Q2. Ma'am, loop on Q2 for which one? Okay. You have already achieved two A's, right? Q0, A, Q2, A, Q0 on A, it is moving to Q1. On Q1, if you are getting another, it is moving to Q2, right? After getting these two A's, which means you already achieved AA in between or beginning, right? So after getting these two A's, you can have A or B. You are going to remain in the final state because my pattern has achieved, right? AA has achieved. So 2 times A आने के बाद कुछ भी आया तो I'm going to remain in final state only. Hence, there is a loop for A or B on Q2. Is it clear? Okay. Let's move ahead. Okay. I'm not giving you an example for the transition on a particular. You can take any string which will contain AA and run through your DFA, or you can have another string which will not contain two consecutive A's and try to run through the DFA. Okay, you will able to understand will it be accepted or rejected. So let's try another DFA that will have ABB in between as a substring. So try to construct a language first. Yes, it can have ABB in the beginning, at the end, or in between. So the smallest string, can I say it is ABB? Okay, I'm getting few answers. ABB, ABBA. AB is not valid because I need ABB together. Okay, check here. Can I say this is my language? ABB, A, ABB, B, ABB. You can have ABBA, ABBB, or you can concatenate A combinations of A or B by putting ABB in between or at the end or at the beginning. Okay. So let's try to construct a DFA that will accept the smallest string, that is ABB. Okay. So Q0 on A, I'm sending it to another state, that is Q1. Q1 on B, I'm putting it to another state, that is Q2. Q2 on B, final state, that is Q3. Okay. Now this is my DFA, but this is not complete. So I will give you a few seconds to complete this. Please try to complete this DFA. I want respond for B on Q0, A on Q1, A on Q2, and A or B on Q3. So Q0 on B. Yes. Where it will go? Can I have B in the beginning? Yes, we can have B in the beginning, right? So I'm going to put a loop on Q0 for B. So Q0 on B, it will remain in Q0 only. Clear? Let's move ahead. Q1 on B, it is moving to Q2. So I want a response for A. Q1 on A. After achieving one A, if you are getting another A, then where you will go? Okay. Many of you are writing here Q0. But can we put loop on Q1? We have already achieved one A, right? We can have as many A as on Q1 because after that A, I'm going to check for two Bs, right? So I'm going to put loop on Q1. After achieving A, you can have another A or you can have multiple numbers of A. After those A's, we are going to check for BB, right? That will be taken care by your Q2 and Q3. Is it okay if we send it to Q1? We are sending it to Q1 only. Q1 clear, Q1 on A, it will be in Q1 only. Clear this one? So check on Q2. Once you are at Q2, which means you have achieved A, B. Now, if you get another B, we'll move to the final state. But what if you're getting another A after achieving A, B? Then, where we are going to send? Q1, because now we are at A, we need to check for two Bs, right? So on Q2, if you are getting A, I'm sending it to Q1 because we need to check for two Bs after that. Clear? So Q2 on B will move to Q3, that is final state. Q2 on A will move to Q1 because it has to check for two Bs after that. Clear? Now check for Q3. That is simple. Q3 on A. You are in the final state Q3, which means you have already achieved the pattern ABB. It can be at the beginning, it can be at the end, or it can be at the in the middle, right? So we have achieved the pattern, hence we are at the final state. So Q3 on A will remain in Q3 only, or you can have B, it will remain in Q3 only. So I'm going to put a loop for A or B both, Q3 on Q3. Clear? Yes, any doubt in this? Substring pattern clear? We have covered two patterns, ending with a particular string and containing in between. Yes? Okay. Now let's take this example. We have B, A, B, B, A. We have a string A, B, B in between, right? Give me a transition for this. This will be accepted, right? Give me a transition for this particular string. We'll start with B. Q0 on B will remain in Q0 only. Q0 on B will remain in Q0 only. Q0 on A will move to Q1. Q1 on B will move to Q2. Q2 on B will move to Q3. Q3 on A will be there in Q3. I got only single answer. Okay. Are we getting this transition? Q0, Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q3. So my initial state is Q0. I'm starting from my initial state. And the last state we are getting as Q3. That is my final state. So we can say this string will be accepted by my DFA. Clear? Okay. Try for this. It will be rejected for sure. We don't have A, B, B in between, right? Give me a transition. Yes, I'm expecting a transition for this string. A, B, A, B, A. Let's check. Q0 on A, it will move to Q1. Q1 on B will move to Q2. Q2 on B A, it is moving to Q1. Q1 on B, it is moving to Q2. Q2 on A, it is moving to Q1. So it is juggling between Q0, Q1, Q2 only. It is not reaching to the final state, that is Q3, right? So this string will not be accepted. Clear? Any doubt in substring pattern? Observation क्या है for the substring pattern? Yes. What is the observation for the substring pattern? No dead state. Yes. And we have loops on both the initial state as well as the final state. On final state, we have loop for both the symbols. At initial state, we have loop for a symbol that is not as the first symbol for your substring. Clear? Once you are at final state, you can move again to the initial state in this substring pattern. Okay, so we don't have dead state for the ending pattern as well as substring pattern. We have dead state only for the starting pattern. I hope this is clear. Okay, let's check this one. Construct a DFA that accepts all the string that starts and ends with A over a set of AB. Sorry. So I'm trying to construct a DFA that can have a starting symbol as A and ending symbol as A. In between, you can have anything, right? So give me a language for this particular condition. We can have strings in which we have starting symbol A and ending symbol A. In between, you can have anything. Okay. I'm getting so many answers, but I got only single answer which have a string A. So can we have a string A? A single A is a valid for this condition. If I have only single A, will it be valid for this particular condition? Is it starting with A, ending with A? Okay. Yes, that will be valid because if we have only single A, which means it's starting with A as well as ending with B. So A, only A is also valid string. Check here, my language, it can be A, it can be AA, it can be triple A, it can be ABA, it can be 4 times A, it can be ABBA, and so on. You can form so many strings. It's an infinite language. But here, the point you have to keep in mind that is only single A is also valid for this particular condition. If we have only single symbol, that is A, which means that is a string just starting with A and ending with A. So this single A is also valid. Okay. So now try to construct a DFA that will accept A, because A is my smallest string, no? Right? So let's begin constructing DFA. I'll start with my initial state Q0 on A, where it will go. Yes, on A, where it will go. Q1. Q1 will be my intermediate state or a final state. Final state, let's check on A, on Q0, that is initial state. If you're getting A, I'm sending it to my final state, that is Q1. Okay. Now this DFA is capable of accepting a string A. It will accept a string A. Now we'll try to finish this DFA so that it will accept the strings starting as well as ending with A. Okay. So Q0 on A, we have transition that it is moving to Q1. Now Q0 on B, where it will go. Q0 on B, which means my start string is starting with symbol B. Do I need such strings? Yes. I don't need such strings. Starting symbol cannot be B. So I am sending it directly to the dead state. So on Q0, if we are getting first symbol as B, I am throwing it to the dead state. So check here. Q0 on B, I am throwing it to the Q2. That is my dead state. Okay. Now we have 2 more states to complete. Q1 on A, where it will go. I'm talking about the final state. Q1 on A. Q1 only, right? After getting one A, it can have so many A's, which means starting A and ending A. So these strings will be accepted. So I'll have loop on Q1 for A. I have finished. First, we are trying to finish the dead state because my PPTs are in that way. So first, we are trying to finish the state Q2. Okay. So Q2 on A. Since that is a dead state, we have got the starting symbol as B. Hence, we are in dead state. ठीक है तो फर्स्ट सिंबल ही बी आ गया उसके बाद ए आया या बी आया I am not concerned about it, right? So it will remain in Q2 only. That is nothing but your dead state, right? It will start with B and remain in your dead state if you are getting A as well as B. So I have loop on Q2 for A as well as B. Starting symbol if you are getting as B, so उसके बाद A आया या B आया, it will remain in dead state only. Hence we have loop on Q2. Okay. Now for Q1 on A. Yes, it will remain in Q1 only, right? We can have loop on Q1 फर्स्ट ए आ गया, उसके बाद कितना भी ए आया तो इट विल रिमेन इन फाइनल स्टेट ओनली, व्हिच मींस वी आर गेटिंग स्ट्रिंग्स एज ए, strings containing only a's, right? What if you are getting b once you are at the final state, which means you got a, you are at the final state q1, now you are getting b, then yes, I want respond for b on q1, q2, that is my dead state. So can I send it to q2? I got A, I got B. You are sending it to Q2. But what if we are getting another A after B? We can have string A, B, A, right? If you will send it to Q2 and you are trying to run a string A, B, A, you will stuck on dead state only. Q0. Q0. Yes. Any other answers? Can I send it to another state? Say Q1 on another, I think it's B. I'm sending it to Q3. Now this is not my dead state because I'm not going to stay here forever. I can have A, B, A, right? So we got A at Q0. I move to Q1. Q1 on B will move to Q3. Now if we have A after getting AB, Q3 on A. Yes, I'm expecting a response. Q3 on A. Q1, that is your final state. My string is A, B, A. It is starting with A and ending with A. So that string will be accepted, right? So after reaching at Q3, if I'm getting another A, I will send it to a Q1. Right? Clear this part? Now still my DFA is not complete. We don't have response on Q3 for B. Yes, tell me, Q3 on B, where it will go? Q3 on B, where will it go? Q3, can we have loop? Can we have loop on Q3 for B? Right here. We can have loop on Q3 for B. Is it clear? Is Q3 my dead state? Can we say Q3 is a dead state? No, because the definition of dead state says once you reached the dead state, you cannot move to any other state, right? But if you are in Q3, Q3 on B, you are on Q3 only, but Q3 on A, we are moving to the final state, right? So we cannot say Q3 as a dead state. So Q3 you can consider as a temporary intermediate state. We are just checking for the in between strings or symbols which are coming after A's. That are we getting another A after a particular string? So difference between Q2, that is a dead state, and Q3, that is not a dead state. Is it clear? Q3 is not your dead state. That is a temporary state, non-final in nature. We can say that, right? So we can have states after your final states. There's a first DFA, you have a state after your final state. Okay? So such DFAs are also possible. You can have states once you reached at your final state. Is it clear? Any doubt till now? Okay. Have you taken a screenshot of this? Please quickly take a screenshot of this DFA. Okay. Expecting a transition table for this particular DFA. I want a transition table. You know the table, right? We have states, that is Q1, Q0, Q1, Q2, and Q3. So 4 states will be there in your transition table. And we have 2 symbols, that is A and D. So I want you to construct or draw a transition table for this particular DFA and fill the remaining empties. Okay? This much is clear. We have covered ending pattern, we have covered substring, and we have covered one DFA on a start and end on a particular symbol, that is A. Okay, we have another pattern, but I think we should stop here. We'll start the next pattern in next session. So we are stopping here. You can take this example also to run in string. Just take down the string A, B, B, A, and try to construct a transition diagram for this. 5 tuples. What are you trying to ask? 5 tuples. You can unmute yourself and ask if you have any doubts. Snapshot. This one. Five tuple snapshot. Just a moment.
Dear students, there is an announcement regarding your assignments. Your assignments are already uploaded on the LMS. Kindly visit that. And do submit your assignments in time. For the assignments, we have given you the time to submit till Saturday. Wherever the space has been provided for typing the answers, please type it there. If it is asked that you're supposed to upload an image, please upload an image there. If it is a file in the PDF format, please follow that format. There is only one attempt for these assignments. You will have to upload it within the time limit. If you have any queries about
Yes, ma'am.
those particular assignments, then you can always message me on the WhatsApp group. So do check the assignments on the LMS.
Okay, those who want the snapshot of 5 papers, you can take the snapshot from them. Okay, you can take the screenshot. 20 is your initial state. 20 and Q0. Sigma, we have two symbols A and B. In state, we have a symbol that is Q1. And we have transition table. This particular transition table I need for the last example. This passing ends with AA. Okay, everyone. And screenshots. Where we have to submit our assignments.
On the LMS. Shelly Sharma, you log in onto the LMS, all the instructions are mentioned over there.
Okay. So we'll be winding up here. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone.
All of you, please notice henceforth, there won't be any chat for everyone. Either it will be to the organizer or to the presenter. So whenever you are supposed to ask your doubts, you should punch it to the presenter. And when you are asked to punch in your PRN, you should punch it to the organizer. We'll end up this session for everyone.
मैम
Yeah.
मैम मेरे इधर चैट में ऑर्गेनाइजर्स एंड ऑर्गेनाइजर लिख के आ रहा है, प्रेजेंटर नहीं है.
हाँ तो ऑर्गेनाइजर पे आप भेज दीजिए.
ओके मैम.
Anyone has any other doubt?
हेलो मैम.
Yeah.
मैम एवरीवन पे भेजा था पीआरएन, तो अभी ऑर्गेनाइजर पे फिर से भेजू क्या?
No, it is registered.
थैंक यू मैम.